Hey, we back on the patio. On the patio, we got a special guest, owner, CEO, OTR Records. Seouless is here with us. How you feeling, man? How's Arizona treating you?
Man, Arizona's hot as fuck.
What brings you guys to Arizona?
Lefty got a show at the Atlantis tonight, and then an after party walkthrough at Jaguar, and I believe a feature as well.
You guys got a feature?
Yeah. So,
somebody from Arizona?
Yeah. We
Fire.
One person could hit the quota we asking for. 100 rappers tapped in, only one could hit the quota.
You know what it is? Nobody wants to invest in their brand here in Arizona.
But this is the thing though. A Lefty gunplay record at its very worst will make you $1,000 a month. So you invest in it within 1 year, you're gonna get your money back. Exactly. And after that, you're making profit. You know
numbers. How do you get paid off of like streams and stuff like that? Is it just like distribution or like?
It's distribution, but there's also like licensing plays where like for example, Lefty had 10 major labels offer to sign him, but instead of going major, we licensed the music to Foundation Media. My boy Lee, he's the president of Alamo Records, but he also owns a distribution company that's under the Sony umbrella. So even though we're independent, we're still going through a major outlet.
Fire. So is that a long play? Is that more money in the long run as opposed to just getting the front end on a major label?
Let me break it down like this. We had an $850K advance for the next tape from a major where they own 100%. We took maybe an 80% pay cut for the advance for the tape, but after they recoup the money they gave us, we get 70% of royalty rates, 100% of masters, and after 5 years, we get 100% ownership of everything back, plus 100% royalties.
That's big business, bro. That's big business.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, do you want to get a loan where you got to pay taxes on it, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Or do you want to build it out where, yes, we're not going to get the upfront money now, but your kids and your grandkids and their kids, your great-grandkids, and throughout the generation, they could eat off this shit.
It's like back to what I was saying with Lefty. It's not taking the big lump sum, it's taking the percentage.
It's equity, because if you take the big lump sum, yes, you get a fat ass advance, but you own 0%.
Facts.
So and how I learned that was going through the major situations. Like I got two other artists in major situations. One is Ty Beats from Detroit, my producer. We're with Sony Music, and one is Chito Ranas. We're with Columbia, Sony. And going through those systems, I'm not gonna complain because at the end of the day, that's what we signed up for. But we learned a lot from them. But I don't think you need a major in 2024.
Right.
You just need a real team, like someone like Jay Nino, Shooters on Go, to do the videos and content. You need someone like Neil, who's A&R and behind the scenes and getting Ty Dolla $ign features for Left and whatever, Skrilla, whoever the fuck, for different artists. Like we got Top Rank Gang and Ty Dolla $ign in the studio right now. You know what I mean? And so it's like, I mean, you need players in the game that's gonna be on your team to push your agenda. Like Rosecrans Vic, he's our publicist, but he's on the radio every morning.
Yeah, Rosecrans, he's out here getting it. He's out here getting in LA
on Power 106, and he's a big part of what we build. And my boy Jay Seif, he's the admin. So like, you turn the project in, he's the one that's turning the shit in and making sure all our credits are right. The last mix and masters are perfect. You know what I'm saying? So it's really building a team that could help sustain this shit, but at the same time grow this shit. Because a lot of people say they're independent labels with one or two artists, maybe got no staff, maybe got a local little buzz. But the thing is, if this is a business, bro, like you have to spend marketing dollars.
Yeah, you gotta pay to play.
Yeah, it's not even pay to play, because everyone in the game got money. It just
how they use it.
Exactly. Okay. Efficiently using the budget. Like less budget might be less than, let's say, who's a major artist? Mexican OT, let's just say, for comparisons. OT son of Johnny Shipes. He's with Interscope. But on social media, you see Lefty more than OT, right? So it's like we have a smaller budget than OT, but we're more visible, we're more viral. So it's not always about having the biggest budget. It's efficiently
Using that budget.
Exactly.
Being resourceful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, being resourceful. That's a major key, and I think a lot of people don't put into consideration or put as much value into a team, and that's why a lot of people here, specifically in Arizona, they don't catch a buzz because they don't have a team working for them.
Or I'll even take it a step further. There's people out here in Arizona that have a team, but they're really just dead weight because they're not really doing anything for them to help the
And
cause.
it's not even that. It's they have a team, but everyone in their team is still trying to make it.
Yeah, everyone wants to be
So-
the big dog.
Exactly.
They have their own agendas.
Exactly. So in the music game, there's more people like panhandlers with a sign like I could help you, or I could help you, like promote through me or my platform. But really, they're taking your money and putting your shit up, but also putting 10, 20 people right after, so your shit gets pushed down. You know what I mean? So it's like you need platforms like you guys to build the Arizona culture up. At the end of the day, Arizona has a big radio station. No one knows about it outside of Arizona.
Right.
That's
No,
talked about
but-
every single day here.
But you go to New York, you have breakfast clubs.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
You go to Atlanta, everybody in Atlanta is playing Atlanta local music.
Urban radio. So it's like you guys could be the first. Like find a way to incorporate local music into your podcast. Eventually, they're gonna be like, okay, you want the number one slot? 5,000. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's where we're at with the pod right now, is basically like looking for sponsorships, actually charging people to be on, and because we feel like we have a big enough buzz here to be able to do that.
And honestly, you guys are professionals. You guys bring a fucking light, like little things. You know what I'm saying? You guys bring the headphone with the mic.
Shout out to Shooter. Shooter helped us with the light.
Here's how I go. You guys got multiple camera angles. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like you guys are doing more than the average podcast. So as you guys scale, you guys will have more opportunities because you guys are putting more attention to smaller details.
Right.
At the end of the day, bro, like with this shit, like we love this shit. We love the music. For one, we love music. For two, we love this shit. You know what I mean? Like it's an honor to interview somebody like you. You know what I mean? And just
Thank you.
get those gems that you dropping and shit. You know, because I'm really listening, and I
sure.
feel like everybody else is listening too. You a big
sure.
player in the game, bro. Like one thing I wanted to
Appreciate that.
ask you too, bro, is where's your ear come from? Like how'd you start? Like
Man, I was an artist for a long time, so like I've been blessed to be around the greatest. Like I was around Southside when 808 Mafia was the biggest in the game.
Oh shit.
So I got to see how Future works, how Thug works. When Playboy Cardi first signed a major deal, I seen him make his first album. I was there every day, and he had the number one album in America. So it's like God's put me in rooms, and in those times I didn't understand. But throughout the process, I'm like, okay, this was why I was in this room.
Right. 100%.
Facts.
What how did you figure out the business? What made you business minded to be able to, hey, let me start my own label and try to do this?
Honestly, bro, I had an independent label. I was pushing myself as an artist, and I got some legal trouble back in 2015. And I had to take a step back. My immigration status, I would have got deported. You know what I'm saying? So I took a step back, and I watched the game. I studied what was going on in LA at that time, the next 2-3 years, and. Shout out Picasso, shout out TK from Art Baron. They signed a rap group called Shoreline Mafia.
Yeah.
And how that happened was they had a producer they were managing named Ron, and he had a song that Shoreline took off YouTube or BeatStars or whatever, a fucking platform, made a song went viral. You know what I'm saying? So
that musty.
the Musty, yeah. So TK and Picasso signed Shoreline. And they thugged it out for 3 years, bro. They hit every small venue. They hit every B&C market. And they hit the road 300 days out of 365, bro.
Hey, they really put in that work.
Yeah, they put that work in. And then they bypassed a lot of early deals. And when it was time to sign, they got $4 million, bro. And they got to decide how the breakdowns went to OGZ, Phoenix. At that time, it was Rob Vicious, right, and Master Kato or something. Yeah. So all of them got their splits, but the business got to determine
The
relationships. And I don't want to put no one's business on blast, but the label kept majority of that money. You know what I'm saying? So Well, rightfully so, because people don't think about the recoupment, all the money it takes to go on the road, all them sprinters, all them tour buses, hotels.
You coming out the streets too. We're like the artist is kind of a liability.
It is a liability, but at the end of the day, music, I look at it like this as a business perspective. You do a one-time advance. You create the album and you pay the studio fees. You pay a videographer one time. So it's not like you have like a monthly rent
Right.
or like a month. The only overhead really is like the artist's lifestyle. And really, we're really hands-on where we'll help with the artists get to where they need to get to with their lifestyle. So like we do more than like, let's say, Universal. If Universal signed Lefty, they're not gonna make sure Lefty got a place to lay. So they're gonna just give him the money and not worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
Figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
With OTR, I feel like it's more hands-on. Like it's
more
You give
hands-on.
a fuck. You
It's more family oriented.
OTR family.
I'm too emotionally invested into the artist, which sometimes is not the best, but it's what makes us us.
At least you give a fuck.
I give a fuck. Like for example, last year Chito got pulled over with a gun, middle of our run where he's going super viral, all the smoke, Laletra, everything, right? And the major partner that we're with, they weren't really hands-on with it. So I got Chito my criminal lawyer, hired Mark Waker, that's my criminal lawyer, and he got Chito home in 8 months.
I know. Hey, that was a sweet deal.
You know what I'm saying? And he was a felon on parole with a gun and just came home literally a month. So it's like the labels ain't gonna put money in your books if you go to jail.
They don't give a fuck like that.
Yeah.
It's just a straight business transaction with them. But the thing is, it's like these artists is what's building our brand. So it's more different with us. Where, like you said, it is more family oriented. Like I'm one of the few execs that probably hit the road with the artists.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I'm really surprised to see you come down the stairs.
But you know what it is? When we hit the city together, that's how we create a real market.
100%.
Because we could come and one thing we do for any artist, here's some gem, we take out all radius clauses in our contracts. So you could ask your boy Fee. When people trying to book us, I said, hey, you gotta take out that 90-day, we can't do no shows in Arizona. Because we're gonna come to your town, we're gonna hit an after party, we're gonna try to hit more little club walkthroughs, get a feature, try to walk out 20, 30, 40 bands and go home. You know what I'm saying?
Have a nice little weekend here.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, it costs us to come here. It costs us to get the Airbnb. We come with a team. Everyone eats. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody gotta eat. Everybody gotta sleep.
Exactly. So it's like we gotta make sure we come here, get what's ours, go home, and next time we come back, now we're doing a double the size of the venue and doing double the features and
Facts.
you know what I mean.
I think a lot of people don't take into consideration that that's what it takes to actually make it, to create a market, like you said, in these different cities, and that it just goes back to people being scared to invest in themselves.
And not being so hard on a certain number because
Right.
we go to Salt Lake City, we go to Phoenix, right? We're not getting the same back that we're getting in LA.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, you know what? How do we do that? That's 2 shows in one night. Fucking now it's the same bag. You know what I'm saying? So instead of being like so egotistical with the promoters, like if you don't give me this, I'm not showing up. Well, fuck it, we'll show up. You know what I'm saying? But you got to take off the radius clauses. You got to make sure that you can bring other plays through the door, shit like that, and build with us because we're gonna build with you. You know what I'm saying?
And that's that right there. That relationship, that first moment, that right there is gonna put on for future. You know what I mean? Future reference. Like, okay, cool. Well, since bro brought us out, I'm gonna make sure I give bro the play first. You know what I mean? Obviously, everything's gonna intensify.
Yes.
Times 2, the Grant Cardone rule, the times 10 rule.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
100%, exactly.
So, yeah, I like that.
And the thing is, this opens up opportunities for other artists like a Blanco 15 and different artists. Like Blanco's right there. Next time he's in Phoenix, he knows you guys. He can sit down with y'all and do a podcast.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He could go and do some features now.
Exactly.
And it's just building the markets where we could double back with different artists and we could sit down again with y'all.
100%.
He could hit us up and book another artist.
100%.
Things like that. So the business is with the people. What people fail to realize is everyone's like, oh, you got a network. What's the point of having all these contact numbers if you don't have a reason to hit them up?
Yeah, if you don't hit them up. Yeah, if you don't use it. And that's something that I've actually figured out, because so with him, he's an artist, right? He's an R&B artist, and with him, like coming up, I've been a DJ in the city for like 7 years now, so I have a lot of contacts based off of just networking.
For sure.
And he would tell me like, hey, try to get this person on. And in the beginning, I'll be like, I don't know, because my name's attached to it, and what if they don't fuck with it? But now it's like, nah, this is my
boy.
Yeah,
come fuck with my boy.
We're gonna figure it out. Yeah,
you want to fuck with me? Come fuck with my boy.
And then another thing too is I know, like, as artists, I think Lefty could take attest to this too. Is like, we have egos, bro. Like, subconsciously or not, we have egos. So it's like bad. But I know when my shit is hot and when my shit is not. So I'm not about to hit him and be like, yo, I need so and so on this. I need so on this. If I don't even think it's hot, if I'm not listening to it 5, 6, 7 days in a row, not having no doubts about it, I'm not gonna send it to anybody. And so I have that reality in my head where it's like,
you know when this shit is hot.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So my question is, I'm an artist, like he said, and I'm doing everything I can on social media, whatever. What does it take, or what would somebody have to do to get, your attention, or somebody of your caliber's attention?
Truthfully, somebody that I trust to hit me like, hey, check this artist out. Someone like the industry's small, bro. The biggest players in the game, there's only 5 people that run the whole industry. There's only 3 labels, bro, and everything else is umbrellas.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
You know what I mean? It's really Sony, Universal, and Warner.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is sub
under the umbrella.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you want to reach any exec's attention, bro, you gotta be consistent. You gotta have a true story. You gotta be authentic, bro, because music is bigger than just talent. There's so much talent everywhere, right? But it's a story with the talent. You know,
Mm-hmm.
how real is it? Like, if you're rapping about, oh, I'm fucking 100 Instagram bitches in my Lamborghini, like your homeboys aren't gonna feel that.
Facts.
But if you're like, damn, I lost my brother yesterday, and what you do? All your people's like, damn, I could feel that. I lost my brother too. Yeah.
Facts.
So it's just being true to you, bro. And in 2024. You don't have to be the most lyrical artist. You don't have to be the most, like, you don't have to be Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't have to be Logic. You know what I'm saying? You could just be you, and you got to utilize the power of the internet.
Facts.
You have to realize a couple things, bro. When you're on the internet, you're competing with the influence of that platform. You're not competing with other artists. So why does Lefty drop 10 videos in 18 days? Is because in the algorithm, we're competing with the biggest YouTube influencers who drop every day or every other day.
Facts. Vloggers.
Vloggers. Who's your favorite YouTuber? They drop every day, bro.
Facts.
Yeah.
So we're doing a non-traditional route, and we're flooding, bro. At the end of the day, we have no major obligations. Like, for example, with Chito Ranas, I got to turn the music into Colombia. They gotta clear the record. They gotta hit the producers up, hit the artwork guy up, make sure all the fonts are simple, because if it's a custom font, they gotta pay the person that made that font.
Facts.
Everything is literally a clearance process.
Little by little, every little shit.
So I could have Hood Rejector done yesterday. It won't come out till August. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because we gotta hit up all the producers, we gotta hit up all the features, we gotta hit up all the videographers. People don't know this. When you sign to a major deal, when you turn a music video in, you got to give them the whole raws, bro, or you don't get paid.
Wow.
Shooters on Go could attest to that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a different process, and the beauty of being independent is there's no rules. And if you really want to create real natural momentum for yourself, you got to disrupt what's going on. You can't follow the guideline, bro. You can't do what every other artist in your city is doing. You gotta do shit that's, in a sense, extreme to a degree. You gotta believe in yourself that much where you could drop 10 music videos in 18 days. Fuck what they talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Staying independent, was that your call, or was that Lefty?
That was my call, man. I argue with Left every fucking day for 10 days. He's like, I told everyone I'm Interscope. I told the world I'm signed to Interscope, and you're not gonna let me sign? and And so I had a real talk with him and the people around him. Like, he got a great team. He got homies that are real solid, that really love him and want him to win. So I went to his team and I said, hey, should we take this loan or should we own this shit?
Facts.
So it's like, Lefty don't give a fuck about owning it. He just wants...
Yeah, he just wants the bag.
Yeah, he wants the bag and he wants to be major. He wants to have that quote-unquote major platform with the machine and shit like that.
Superstardom.
But I'm gonna tell you some shit, man. Mexican OT is a major artist on the Interscope, okay?
Okay.
D-Baby is independent. Who do you think is richer?
D-Baby for sure.
I'm just saying.
If he owns his shit, it's D-Baby for sure.
D-Baby's getting a couple million a tape independently. Per tape. If OT's getting a couple million per tape, he gotta break off the label.
Lawyers, all that
He
shit.
gotta break off the lawyer. He also gotta break off his managers.
Yeah.
His and his team of managers, his day-to-day, the big dog making the plays up top, right? The role manager, the fucking, he got to break off everybody.
Not even
bro.
Everybody get a piece of
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
pie.
Not
everybody
even
got
counting the
that.
features that he has to pay. And
DJs.
shit.
Exactly.
DJs and all that.
Exactly. No, real shit, real shit, real shit.
leaves us
He's
out.
on tour.
Yeah.
He got to pay a DJ.
Yeah, everybody leaves
you,
us
you ain't gonna go on tour with OT if he's not paying you.
Facts. You ain't
You know
gonna
what
do
I'm
this shit for free.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're taking time away from your family.
Yeah.
You know, this is how you provide for your family, bro, and they got to be respected. And yeah, do you want the fame or do you want real success? That's the question you got to ask yourself. And
Like, what are you doing it for type shit?
but the sad reality is 80 to 90% of artists rather want fame
Fame than money.
because they think they could juice their fame to get money, but at the same time, fame has a shelf life, bro. So
Facts.
That's when real businessmen like you step in to save that person. You know what I mean? Or
Well-
not even save it,
well-
but just like
I've seen this happen 100 times. I've seen motherfuckers get the biggest bag and get shelved. Like Lil Uzi Vert streamed 4 billion times on Spotify on his song called XO Tour Life.
Yeah.
He made $100,000.
Oh my god.
off of EXO tour line.
Yes, because the label made it.
Oh,
They made the money. And with these majors, let me break down how you recoup. Let's say I give your boy $1 million and I'm Atlantic. And he gets a 20% royalty with, I get 80%, right?
Fuck.
That means that 20% got to make that million back. So really, he got to make me back $5 million
Before you, yeah.
Before I
before he
even-
sees, and that's not including the marketing budget. So let's say we spend another $1 million on marketing.
Facts.
He got to pay me back $10 million before he gets his royalties, bro.
The loan, the label is just a bank with shitty rates. That's all it is.
Exactly, and the major labels are like that, but it's because that's the expect like the artists have signed those deals for 50, 60, 70 years.
Yeah.
So there hasn't been no one to disrupt the system to say fuck that, the system is fucked up, it's rigged, the artist can't win, you know.
I look at people like Russ that be giving that type of game and shit. You know what I'm saying? That I mean that's somebody I look up to. That be like really.
Most def. Russ is definitely a big entrepreneur in the independent space, but he came from Colombia. He was signed to Colombia,
facts, yeah.
learned the game, and realized, fuck, I don't need Colombia.
Yeah.
Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? So Russ is making a lot more money, but he's not doing those big festivals no more.
Facts.
So that's what comes with, like Interscope. Interscope said if we sign with them, they'll put Lefty on 11 festivals a year. So it's like little things in your contract that guarantees you a certain bag, a certain image, a certain whatever.
But I think what if like you believe in the product, so it's like yeah, I'm gonna get that 11, but it's like fuck it, if I can get that 5, I'm gonna make an even bigger bag off that.
And it's not even just making a bigger bag, it's just really leverage, bro. Like when we were going to New York and shopping Lefty's Rookie of the Year tape, Lefty only had 8 songs out.
That's crazy.
So we're shopping with every major with only 8 songs out, right? So it's like, why not put some under our belt where we have some ownership, and if that's the route we decide to go down the line, at least we own these tapes, and signing with them is gonna blow this shit up, and we'll eat off this, and we'll get the big bag too. Fuck it.
Yeah. That's wild. Do you feel like the festivals are worth it in the long run?
Drake gets $1 million minimum festival. Post Malone gets $1 million minimum festival. So, Roddy Ricch said in the interview he wouldn't move for $500,000 at the festival. You know what I'm saying? So once you get to a certain level as a major artist,
Yeah.
a couple walkthroughs could be $1 million, bro. So there's no right or wrong way. But I'm gonna just tell you this: no office worker, office A&R, office whatever in New York is gonna understand how to market Lefty Gunplay, who is a essay in LA.
Right. Unless you grew up there.
They're not gonna understand how the culture works.
Right.
They're gonna just
Have them do some corny shit if they do try to market them.
exactly. They're gonna make him do some very white Mexican shit.
Yeah.
Whitewashed.
For
Like
sure.
they're gonna talk about shit
The fuck
instead
out
of,
of it. Yeah.
instead of like some authentic shit. Like you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like when I mean that, I mean like it's American. Like talk about some Mexican food, bro. That's American version of Mexican food.
They gonna Chipotle the fuck
yeah,
out of it.
yeah, just like Panda Express, not a Chinese food. That's American version of Chinese food.
The
you know what
words
I'm
out of
saying?
my mouth.
Shit like that. So it's like whatever they do, they're gonna make it very commercial without having real love and seasoning and different.
They don't got the sazon.
They don't got the authentic. They don't know how to bring authentic Lefty out. They'll make Lefty like the mainstream definition of American a Mexican gangster, like
Like in the movies and shit.
like in the movies and shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With Lefty going so viral and whether it's for good or bad, how do you deal with that? How do you like understand him and give him that game to like, yo, we might have to switch this up, or we might have to apologize for this, or we might have to figure out a end goal or a different route
Well,
for certain things.
Lefty said it in the Bootleg Kev podcast. He says that I'm learning publicly. So when he's saying that he's learning publicly, he's admitting that he doesn't have all the answers.
Right.
And he's only been home 7 months.
That's crazy.
He's been down. He's the last 10 years. He's been free maybe a year, and he's been in prison the rest of the time, or county jail, or whatever the fuck, right? So it's like all this shit is new to him, bro. Like when I first signed him, he told me he barely started pissing standing up.
Fuck.
That's how institutionalized he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So people put their expectations on Lefty, not understanding that he's still a work in progress, bro. He's still learning how to handle fame, bro. You understand? Lefty's a ghetto superstar. Like he comes from nothing. He comes from the trailers, right? Where, like, him buying his grandma a fridge, his mom a car is a big accomplishment to him, bro. He comes from nothing.
Yeah.
Where like someone that's come from like a upper middle class or upper richer family, like why is he talking about that?
Yeah.
They don't understand left.
Yeah.
And the
They feel like that's nothing.
They don't understand the struggle he comes from. So he's learning all this lifetime, bro, and he's leveling up lifetime. Like
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg sent us a record, bro, and he's about to be on Snoop shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we peeped that shit and I was mind blown. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because, man.
And Snoop has never asked a Mexican artist to be on his shit. You know what I mean?
Because he sees how special and genuine that shit is. Authentic, like the word.
Authentic,
I think that's the word
exactly.
of the day, authentic. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Lefty is real, bro. And even like a Jeremiah's A&R's reaching out to me saying, hey, can we get a session in with Lefty? When like the biggest of the biggest are tapping in with us. My boy Neil just got us a Ty Dolla $ign open. The Game and Coyote sent us an open.
Coyotes is fire. Shout out Coyotes. So what's different between a Lefty Gunplay, a Chito Ranas, and a Peso?
What's the difference?
What's the difference between those three artists?
A lot. They're all the same, but they're also different. They're all institutionalized. They're all talented. They all got their own sound, but they're all different, bro. Like,
How do you market each one?
shit, that's why we got the team to come up with the concepts and the rollouts. Like every artist, we could do a customized marketing strategy for the rollout. With Chito, we got the partnership with Colombia. With Left is so viral that we could, whatever we put, every platform is gonna want to repurpose that content. With Peso just came home doing 4 or 5 years in juvie. He's viral as fuck. You know what I mean?
It's one of them ones. It's really a trophy for real.
No, he is. And Peso is a very unique creative. Like he'll do 10 songs in one day.
Sheesh.
So
Some Tupac shit.
Yeah. So everybody is the same, but everybody's so different. You know what I mean?
What makes you gravitate towards like Mexican artists?
It's not that I gravitate towards Mexican artists. I have Asian artists, black artists, all different type of artists, but I feel like we figured out more of the recipe in this market, so we're putting more of a focus on it. Where, for example, it took every artist beforehand to open these doors, like a Patman the Gunman, All
Right.
Money In. 10 months after Nip passed, we signed Pac, did a partnership with Pac. And that opened up a lot of doors in LA, all the radio, all the big major vlogs, everything. So it takes everything beforehand to.
Were you involved with Austin the Pac-Man before you passed or no?
No,
You
I
know
was
what I'm
not.
talking about?
I do. He was locked in with Bravo.
Oh, bro.
And he was locked in.
Because they had came up around the same time. Him
They
and
did.
Bravo were like
They
this.
did, exactly. And he was locked in with my little bro, Joey Fats.
Joey Fats. That's one of them
Long
ones
Beach.
too, yeah. From the LBC.
Yeah, Joey was one of the first artists to embrace me, man. Joey's my boy. So my son, my white son right here.
Hey, bro. One last thing that I have to bring up.
Yeah.
What did you tell me about this motherfucker?
He looks like Dunos,
He
man.
looks just like Duno, homie. Hey, my daughter said the same shit.
Look, he texted me back. I told him I'm a FaceTime. Let me
Hey,
see.
he's just a taller version of Duno, bro. That shit's
Bro.
crazy to me, dog.
Bro, they're twins, bro. They're cousins for sure.
They're cousins.
They gotta be, bro.
Hey, somewhere down the line they're related.
Somewhere.
Definitely.
It gotta be. He said he's from the FA too. I think my grandfather's from there.
You guys got the same grandfather, bro.
Shout out to Duno.
Grandpa was a Rolling Stone. You don't even know it. Yeah, you don't even know.
Hey, that's on the Patio podcast. Thank you, Seouless, for coming
Thank you,
On
on.
the
bro.
patio, man. Thank
Appreciate
you for
you for
having
the
us.
game.
I
bro.
appreciate you, man.
Shout
Thank
out
you for the
Phoenix.
gems.
This is the hardest podcast in Phoenix, man. Tap in.
Thank you, bro.
If it's up to me, I'm two-stepping, feeling nonchalant while I'm walking in the party. Yo no soy santo, tú eres santo, vamos a salir a bailar. Yo no le saco, yo te la bajo, ella me escucha cantar. Come on.